Nah, it's more like when I used to.
You've literally said
when
fuck
you
Larry
used to
Scott
say
multiple times.
I mean, he hasn't had a Boise State in the Pac-12 yet. That's why I'm mad. And San Diego State. And Hawaii. Like, you could have Hawaii in your conference. And you could just keep all that Polynesian talent on the West Coast. Because they know, oh shit, I'm going to be on the the Pacific Championship Conference fucking football network, or whatever I said it was. The PC3, which I seriously am going to go file some trademark rights on that. Because that is an amazing title. That is an amazing... Think about it. Just 16 teams on the West Coast. The PC3 conference. that PC cubed.
I got it.
But yeah, anyway. Don't say it like that. Don't say I got it like that. That was offensive. But yeah, so El Camino College, they came out and said... Well, pretty much all the junior colleges who rule over them came out and said that a lot of the fall sports are going to get moved to spring, but Elko came out and said it first, that they're moving their fall sports, in particular football, to spring 2021. Junior college football is really going to suffer a lot. There's no playing. High school too. But Orange County, those rich monsters, they pretty much
are going back to school.
Going back to school, not going to wear masks. Also,
bro,
their high schools.
If I went to school there,
their high schools are
hot.
Their high schools are allowed to practice.
I'd be like, motherfucker,
nobody else can practice.
How is the
Londo high school's been empty for like 3 months.
The whole state not going to school, and I got to get my ass up and go to school.
Hey, now you know how poor kids feel when they have to come. Yeah, so congratulations, Orange County. Oh, and don't think you're going to get any CIF championships because nobody else is playing. Congratulations.
I wonder how that impacts all the public school transfers.
A lot of them
all the private school transfers. I'm sorry.
A lot of them are probably going to stay put, or they already transferred to a public school. If they were smart, they would have already transferred. But
I mean, what would you do? Like, would you transfer because you don't want to go to school because it makes sense? Or do you want to keep playing because it's your senior year, and if you don't play, you might not have a senior year?
But I'd rather go to like a lower level high school where I know I'm going to play.
But if they don't have a season, then you're not going to have a season.
But you're not going to have a season either because no one else outside. What, the Trinity League is like? I mean, they already have their issues because they don't have any black head coaches. And people are pissed.
You were going to say nobody would watch that, and then you were like, "Yeah, actually, people would watch that. I'd actually watch
all
that.
those rich white kids. I don't want to watch Modern Day. Why would I?
You would watch Modern Day. Bro.
I wouldn't watch Modern Day.
If there was nothing else on fucking TV, you would watch.
I wouldn't watch high school football.
There was no other.
Only Orange County is playing football. I'm like, play the inner city schools because we know all the talent's there. Y'all steal all the talent from there anyway.
I don't even know what the inner city means when you say that here.
Literally the areas where most of the black and Latino kids are.
But what is that to you?
The South Bay, the Hood, Compton.
Is the South Bay the inner city?
It's kind of a part of it.
Is it though? Because when you're talking about the South Bay, you're talking about Torrance, you're talking about Redondo, you're talking about...
Okay, really? I'm just talking about Hawthorne. I mean, you can kind of say Harbor City, I guess.
But Hawthorne isn't really the inner city either because it's its own city.
Okay, fine. Instead of the inner city, I'll say... The damn it, you made me forget it. I'll say not the inner, because I mean there's a lot of talent in the inner city, Crenshaw, all those areas, like that's where most of the kids live, but they bus out to these other schools. And there's a gang of talent in the South Bay, but they bus out to other schools. So really, I'd say there's more talent away from the IE and like Orange
I just
County.
rolled my eyes hard as fuck right now.
I know you did. I'm not shitting on the IE. I'm just they're close proximity to Orange County, so I have to say them. But there's more talent in the cities like by the coast. There is a shit ton of people than there is in these rich ass areas in Orange County. Like there's way less poverty. Or actually, no. In cities where there's way more poverty, those are usually all the best athletes.
I guess.
That's what I really mean to say. Like, I'm sorry, but these
you
kids...
should have just said that.
Honestly. Yeah, that's what it
Because it's like, when you say inner city, it's like, that's a very fucking, like, New York thing to say.
It's an old fake. It's an outdated term for LA because everybody transfers. So really, pretty much where most of the poverty is and most of the people are stacked up on top of each other, which would be Los Angeles, the inner city, parts of the South Bay. That's where most of like the raw, natural, like kids who don't have money for speed coaches and shit, but they're just really good. And they might get lucky and go to like, what's that one school in Long Beach that just won a title? John Bosco. They might go to John Bosco.
I didn't realize John Bosco was in Long Beach.
It's Bellflower, but same shit. Some parts, nah. Some people say they're from Long Beach when they go to when they're from Bellflower. Some people say I'm from Long Beach, but they really live in Bellflower. It depends on what part of Bellflower. If you're in a nice ass part of Bellflower, you're gonna say Bellflower. But if you're like from the north side of Long Beach and you want to like impress somebody, you'll say you're from Bellflower, but you just go to school there. You just go to school at St. John Bosco.
All right, finish. We're running short on time.
But anyway, yeah. So, hold on. There we go. Yeah. So the MEAC conference is also canceling their fall sports season, football included, canceling all of it. JT Daniels got immediate eligibility to play at Georgia. Kid just keeps skirting the rules and getting away with it somehow. Like, I just don't understand how, like, he got away with pretty much leaving high school a year early at Mater Dei, got past all that red tape to go to USC, was pretty much handed the starting job, gets injured, and then the quarterback that replaces him, Kendall Slovis, is even better than he is, maybe because he stayed 4 years in high school and didn't fucking jump and try, I'm going to be a high school junior so I can play with Amon-Ra St. Brown because I set the California state record for touchdown passes with a fucking loaded Mater Dei team full of transfers. Oops, my bad. Did I say that? Because it's true. Go back and look at the Mater Dei teams from like the past 3 years. They had a transfer from Sarah.
Mater Dei their entire history.
Not always. Sometimes they had kids from their area, but in the past 10 years, yeah, it's been mostly transfers.
I'd say like 20. Because they...
Long Beach Poly was still prominent 20 years ago, though.
You thought they were home ground because they had an aunt or a tia right there in Santa Ana, but they wasn't really from there. They was from the IE or
and
from
not
the
everybody's
cities.
from fucking... Yeah, okay. Because there's a whole other thing. Like a lot
of IE people will go to Mater Dei and
yeah,
Olu.
they get poached.
And Olu.
That's why when you rolled your eyes, I was like, that's not what I meant. I know it's a sore spot.
Servite and Crespi.
Especially Servite. God damn Servite. Especially when they were winning,
Have
too.
they been relevant? They haven't been relevant for
since Matt Khalil.
Wow.
That's a long time, bro.
Yeah, because Matt Khalil, like 40 years old, still playing in the league.
He's still in the league?
I thought he was.
I think he retired.
Yeah, he might have just retired.
Because his brother was played longer than him. But wow, yeah. So the MEAC, it's pretty much like Florida A&M, a bunch of black college football teams. Whole conference, not playing any sports. And like I said, JT Daniels, former receiver for Ohio State, I think Jalen Hills, he's eligible to play. I want to say it, not Purdue, but yeah, whatever school he transferred, he's eligible at. I just want to know how JT Daniels got eligible right away.
He knows where the bodies are buried.
Like, don't say, oh, because I tore my ACL and I missed this year. No. Realistically, you should have kept your ass in high school for your fourth year, your actual senior year. Because physically, ain't nobody... He's like 6 feet or 6'1", barely 6'1". Like, you don't mature in football that way to where you can just say, oh, I'm going to skip my senior year because I pretty much fucking Harlem Globetrotted all these teams in California, and I'm going to go to USC and it's going to be all easy, even though USC's been trashed since the Rose Bowl team, and even then, they barely won that game. So you're just going to go to USC and think it's all fucking hunky-dory. You have a trash freshman year, and really, he didn't have too much hot of a sophomore year either.
All right, we get it. You hate JT Daniels. We've devoted way too many minutes of this podcast history to JT Daniels.
That shit bothers me when I see rich kid QBs from fucking Orange County just getting their way. Like, he should have been forced to sit out a year, but whatever. Already talked about Deion Sanders. But yeah, Baylor's working to remove racist people's names off their statues at Baylor and off their colleges and stuff like that. That's it for college football news.
Dope. With that, we got to take our tangent. All right, man. First up, I lost my place.
I mean, because you switched touch out of over with take your tangent?
Yeah, pretty much.
I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
OBJ.
Really fundamental, sir.
OBJ.
I love Beckham Jr.
said that his biggest weakness was being humble. You got to take her tangent on that.
I agree. If you're better than, if as great as he is, if he just came out and said, I'm better than you and I fucking know it and you know it too, and I can smash your girl, at least just stand on that. Chad Johnson, okay, shut up. Pete, we're not going to have this conversation on the air. You want to get canceled? I think you personally want to get canceled. Because I could say the word that you're being right now.
All right, continue.
Don't make me call some of our activist friends to cuss you out. But anyway, so Chad Johnson was an innovator of this, and I saw an interview that he did with a bunch of ex-NFL players, and he was talking about it, how he said, I don't care if I ever make the Hall of Fame. This is Chad Johnson. He's like, I don't care if I ever make the Hall of Fame. I probably never make it in because I'm not a politician. And I know they'll never treat me fairly. I saw what happened with
T.O. Some bullshit.
He has the same numbers, if not better, than Michael Irvin.
No, but that's just some bullshit of him saying he's not a politician.
He's not.
Bro, you went to New England. Bro, you had a reality show. Bro, you were
That's
doing...
That's not a politician.
You were the star of Hard Knocks. He was doing a lot,
That was him being him.
Exactly. So
he wasn't being a politician.
Exactly. But what I'm saying
I'm from Florida.
What I'm saying though is
he said Liberty City.
You don't get to live in the light and then be like, oh, I don't want the light.
No,
I never asked for the light. I never asked for the light, but when it was on me,
that's different.
I was riding it.
He said, I bought myself, because he literally he made himself a Hall of Fame bust of his own face. Chad Johnson. He's saying...
Was it cake?
Shut the fuck up. Is this podcast cake? Or a third row later? I don't know. But either way, he made himself a bust and got him a jacket because he said, I felt like I finally was worthy of that type of praise and I earned it. You look at... And then Reggie Wayne came back and said to him, he said, or Brandon Marshall, he said, all these young guys copied your model, but they haven't been successful doing it. And he's like,
Bro, Chad Johnson is still doing a lot. Between the streaming, between the...
He does whatever he wants.
Between trying to get in the boxing ring, between trying to try out with the Raiders,
He's still... Yeah, but he's fucking jacked.
I'm not a politician.
He's 42,
okay,
but
if you're not a politician, then you're definitely a clout chaser.
He's not a clout chaser. He's from Liberty City. And he would punch you in the mouth if you were standing here. You said that.
So what is he then?
He's a real dude from the hood in Florida.
Okay.
He's a real one.
Okay.
He don't play nice with everybody. He's not. Peyton Manning is a politician. Tom Brady is a politician. Mike Vick is trying to be a politician. Chad Johnson ain't a politician.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
There's a difference.
Yeah,
Odell isn't a politician. He just tried to play nice. And it's like, dude, you either going to be yourself or they're going to call you fake because you're trying to fit in.
That's my thing.
And some people don't fit in. You're meant to stand out. And as insanely talented as Odell Beckham Jr. is, he should have just came out the gate and said, I'm that fucking good. He said, he could have just came out and said, dude, my numbers were almost better than Randy Moss's my first 3 years. I'm the fucking shit, but we played on a shit team.
My tangent on this is when the fuck was he humble? When the fuck was he humble? When he had the bleach hair? When he was trying to fight Josh Norman? When he was calling out Eli Manning? When he was holding out for a deal his third year before his contract was even up?
How do you define being humble?
He demanded
a
trade and then took a trade back and then demanded a trade again and then took it back again.
How do you define being humble?
Maybe doing it again.
What do you define as being humble? Because
not being about yourself.
But